thanks for celebrating my birthday with me today. Yeah, so excited. I'm the big 3-0. And we're going to celebrate by starting Unit 3. How exciting. Anyway, we are breaking down rates and unit rates today. And it is connected through us every day in real life by your heart rate. So the first thing that you had to do is you had to listen to a video and you had to count the number of beats per minute that were happening for 2 minutes long. When I counted, I got 144. Okay, so that meant that there was 104 beats within that 2 minutes. This is called a rate. It is a rate because you are comparing two different things. You're comparing the beats and the minutes. And if you look at the notes, I've gone ahead and I have highlighted them in two different colors. So the beats represents the 144, and then the 2 minutes represents the time. Now, we're going to learn about how you can break this rate into a unit rate. So come down here and label this section down here at the bottom your unit rate. When you're finding your unit rate, you're breaking down the rate into two equal, or determining the number. It's not always 2. It could be lots of different numbers. But in this case, it's 2, breaking it into even groups. So we got to take 144 and evenly break it between 2. So if you take 144 and divide by 2, the first thing you're trying to do is figure out how many 2's go into 14, which is 7, and then how many 2's go into 4, which is 2. So I have 72 beats per minute. So this is considered a unit rate because we're splitting the beats evenly in between the 1 minute. So the next thing I want you to try to do is try to figure out how many beats are in half a minute. So I already gave you the full minute. So I want you to pause this video and try to figure out how much it would be for half a minute. Hey, if you are back with the video, you took 1 full minute and you broke it in half again because you have half a minute, which is half the time. So you divide by 2. So when you divide 32 by 2, you should have gotten 36. Now the vocabulary that you need to put in is, the first word is rates. Okay, that is a ratio that compares two quantities with different kinds of units. Okay, and some examples that I've given you are 2 chocolates to 2 peppermints. So for example, when you guys are taking your test and I'm walking around and I'm giving you all the treats, those are 2 different things that you're comparing. You're comparing the chocolates and the peppermints. We also just did the beats and the minutes. So for example, that's with your heart rate, but you can also have that like with beats per minute when you're dancing to a different song, or if you're in band, or if you're in choir. And then me and my husband love to buy avocados. So an example of a rate with that is the number of avocados that you get and the price that you pay. So like when we go on Sundays, we usually always buy avocados. So you can buy like 5 of them for $3.50. So right there, you're comparing the number of avocados to the price. So that's your 2 different things. The next one you have is unit rate. And that is when a rate is simplified. The word simplified means to divide. So the numerator, which is the top of the fraction, or the denominator, which is the bottom of the fraction, is a 1. Okay, and the 2 examples that I have for that are MPH, which is miles per hour. So for example, the speed limit this morning when I was driving to work was 55 miles per hour. So that meant if I stayed on that road and it was just like a straight road, that I could drive, and I was consistent with 55, I could drive 55 miles in 1 hour. Then also is the price per item. So the next thing that we're going to do is we have examples that you would see in everyday life. You have speed, you have price, calories, and you have a ratio as well. The first one that I'm going to go to is I'm going to go to the fruit snacks one. So when you look at the fruit snacks ones, you're comparing 2 different things. You have a 4-pack of fruit drinks for $2.12. So I'm comparing the 4-pack of fruit drinks for $2.12. So once again, I'm at it with the 2 different colors so you can see that you're comparing 2 different things. I'm going to set me up a ratio. So my ratio that I'm going to set up is going to be the fruit over the price. So I'm buying 4 fruit packs over $2.12. So this is a rate because you're comparing 2 different things. Now I'd like to figure out how much it is for 1 pack of fruit drinks. So I'm going to change my numerator to a 1. So I'm trying to figure out how much it is for 1. So I'm breaking it into small groups. So since I'm breaking it into small groups, I'm actually going to divide. I'm going to put the $2.12 inside the house, and then I'm going to put the 4 on the outside. Okay, 4 can't go into 2, but 4 can go into 21. So I'm going to make that a 5, make that a 20. That's a 1, bring down the 2. Then 4 goes into 12 3 times. So you're paying 53 cents per fruit pack. So you have 53 cents. Okay? So what we did is we set up a ratio, and then from that ratio, I divided to figure out how much for 1. The next one I'm going to do is going to be the example of the calories. So I have 25 small bags of Takis is 7,000 calories. That's a lot of calories. Holy cow. All right, so I'm going to compare the bags over the calories. So I have 25 over 7,000. I want to change it from 25 to 1, so I got to make this a 1. Once again, you're breaking it down into smaller groups. I'm going from 25 to 1. I'm going to divide by 25, meaning 7,000 has to go inside the house. So I'm going to put 7,000 inside. I'm going to put 25 outside. 25 goes into 70 2 times. I know 100 is 4 25s, so that would be 8 for the 200. Drop down the 0. 25 goes into 0 0 times. So in those small Taki bags, you are eating 280 calories. Holy cow. That's a lot of unhealthy things inside your body. Okay, so make sure that you know that you're comparing 2 different things. When you're comparing those 2 different things, set up as a ratio, and then you need to make one of the units a 1. So go ahead and pause this video and try to solve the speed and try to solve the ratio part. Okay, so what I just did for the speed one, I did meters over seconds. I did 45.5 over 13. I wanted to change the 13 seconds to a 1 second. So I put 45 inside the house, I put 13 on the outside, and then I divided. So I know that this person can run 3.5 meters in 1 second. So next one I'm going to do is the ratio. So with this one, I put the customers over the number of days. So they served 6,840 customers in 45 days. I wanted to figure out how many they see in one day. So I changed the 45 to 1 by dividing by 45. So I'm going to do the same thing on top to the customers. So I put 6,840 on inside the house, put 45 on the outside, did the division, and I got 152. So this is video 1. So go ahead and stop this video. Make sure that you understand everything. If you don't, stop me so I can help you. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.